Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Thanks for joining us here on Northern Life. So the other day we told you about how our very own Natalie Hepner adopted a new dog named Briggs. Two Briggs in one area. That's pretty darn crazy. Well, today Briggs got to actually meet with Briggs, each other. Mind's blown. I mean, everything's just going crazy. What the heck was that all about, Briggs?
It was so fun. It was such a surprise. Yeah, this morning I walked into work and as I normally do, walked over toward my desk. Natalie's desk is over there, and she was like, Briggs, guess what? And then around the corner came Dog Briggs.
Aww.
I know, Dog Briggs. So we got to meet and take this long-awaited picture that I've wanted to take ever since I found out Natalie's sister had a dog named Briggs, which was named in no relation to me or anything. Natalie's sister went to South Dakota State where they have a library named Briggs, and so like 6 years ago when she got Briggs, she named Briggs after the library. Yeah, so fate had it, and Briggs and I got to meet today, and it was a glorious day. A glorious day.
Any similarities between the two of you?
Funny, so my parents rather used to call me Briggsy Dog growing up. That was like kind of my nickname. So Natalie was also calling it Briggsy Dog. Briggsy Dog. Yeah, I know. So
you both answered.
There we go. Yeah.
Like, hello.
Excuse me?
How you doing, Natalie?
I'm not used to having the same name as anybody else.
True.
So I had to like turn my head today. She's like, Briggs, come here. And I was like, oh, what do you need? Anyway, coming up on today's show, a pair of brothers share their Ivy League ambitions as Minnesota snowplow drivers start training for the winter. And we have Rachel Hackbarth back trying out a facial cream that's been a hit on social media as well. So we'll see if it works.
Yeah, fill in those wrinkles, she says. Out in Michigan, a summer vacation certainly sounds great, but what does it smell like over there? Well, there's a new summer fragrance released by Pure Michigan in partnership with Aroma Labs, which is supposed to smell exactly like a Michigan summer getaway. The fresh fragrance is available as a spray for your rooms, linen, and as a body mist. Plus, a soy-based candle is coming soon, too. You can find it, I think it's around $30 online at thearomalabs.com.
Cool.
I love smell. I just love smelling things. That's probably my favorite sense that I have.
You and Briggs each dog alike.
Yes, yeah, exactly. You know, we can smell things from far away, all that sorts of stuff. If they can actually transport me to Michigan in my mind, that should be worth quite a bit of money. That's quite the thing if that is able to do that for myself.
Yeah, I mean,
Cool.
smelling outdoors, by the lake, like a cabiny sort of smell, it smells pretty good. So I could see that working well. It would be interesting to see what other kind of smells they can emulate, kind of like that, bring people back to maybe some nostalgic times through smells. Very cool.
Nostalgic, maybe foods too.
Oh.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yep.
Yeah. Staying in Michigan, an accidental 911 call eventually turned into a birthday surprise. This past weekend, a curious 4-year-old accidentally dialed 911, not for an emergency, but to share how much he loves swimming and playing soccer. Oh man, so dispatchers in Farmington Hills had a friendly chat and then later stopped by the child's birthday party, getting to show off their patrol cars while they were there. Authorities there were able to turn a small mistake into a moment of connection, showing what community policing is all about.
He's just proud of what he could do. He wanted to share what he was up to, That's so sweet.
I'm sure if I called 911 dispatch, about my hole-in-one the other week, it probably wouldn't go nearly as well. I'm not 4 years old anymore. Yeah.
Your mugshot would have been up on St. Louis County Jail roster.
Right. What not to do.
Yes.
That would have been me. Yeah, I've been all over social media. Well, hey, during my family vacation, Mary and I actually got to travel through Faribault, Minnesota, or Faribault, as outsiders might say. Here's something I did not know, though. The Tilt-A-Whirl Carnival ride actually originates in Minnesota. Faribault native Herb Sellner invented the mechanical contraption. He started out by selling wooden toys, furniture, and lamps, but his creativity obviously evolved. So in 1926, Sellner made the first Tilt-A-Whirl in his neighbor's garden and sold it to an amusement park in White Bear Lake. And then fast forward, Sellner's creation has been enjoyed for what will be a century next year.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Claim to fame for Minnesota.
That's so cool. We were talking, I think, on the 4 o'clock news the other day about our favorite Minnesota creation. If I knew that was on the list, I might have picked that creation right there. That's so cool. A staple of almost every carnival that you ever see out in the world.
Yeah, so the Tilt-A-Whirl is it the thing like that's shaped like a strawberry and you spin it?
I think that's
inside?
it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are fun.
Oh, they're so much fun.
I'm the one who doesn't. I don't twist the Tilt-A-Whirl.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like somebody else do it.
Are you not good with rides?
I don't like the spinny rides.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
scary. I haven't been on those teacups in Disney World, but it's like that, right? I feel like I would probably throw up.
Yeah,
I would
me too.
be able to handle that. Yikes. Well, let's get to a few viewer comments on this Wednesday. How about this one we got on the text line? They said, if Ryan likes to check out rest areas, he should check out the one near Mattawa, northbound on I-35. Okay.
I gotta tell you, I love a good rest area.
Yeah.
There's just something about it, you know. If you need a soft drink, they usually have vending machines or a snack. You know, you don't have to worry about, paying for something when you go in. Like if you stop at a gas station, you just have to use the bathroom.
Sure.
And you're right back on the highway after you're done.
Riddle me this. I mean, I never ever see like a worker, an employee that works there, but the bathrooms are always pristine.
Yep.
Who keeps them clean?
I sometimes see the janitorial staff.
You do?
I go frequently.
Okay.
So, it's only a matter of time I run into somebody.
Part of the bathroom
Right.
club.
Yeah, right.
They must monitor like several, maybe, like drive
sure.
around and have a few under their reign.
Sure.
I guess.
They're great.
Their kingdoms.
Sounds like a future story for us.
Could be fun.
So the other week, Hunter, I think you were talking about you had a tree problem
Yes,
on your property.
leaning towards the cabin.
Leaning
yes.
tree. Well, actually, Pete in Cloquet, viewer texted us saying, Hunter, I can help you with your tree, and in return, you can take me fishing on your pontoon.
I'm in.
Fair
Pete.
trade.
Honestly, if you do that, as long as you agree to pay for the damage if you accidentally make it fall into
jeez.
the cabin, that's the only thing. But-
Pay up, Pete.
right?
I was going to say, I imagine, the worst outcome would be the tree falling on the pontoon.
Yes.
That'd be a problem.
That wouldn't be a good thing, but no, it could definitely easily fall in the cabin. It's a little scary out there. Thank you, though,
Man.
Pete.
Yeah, thanks for the kind offer. How about this text sent to me saying, adorable picture of your son in the boat. Makes my day seeing those pictures. Reminds me of our grandchildren, and now they're in college, so enjoy him.
Oh, sweet.
Yes.
Very cute.
Awesome. We'll be right back after the break.
Welcome back, folks. It may still be summer out there, but MnDOT is already preparing for winter.
Aaron Stuvey got the chance to catch up with the newest generation of plow drivers.
A rare summer sight, snow plows will be taking the streets for the next week around southern Minnesota. That's because it's training season, and new plow drivers are getting a feel for the trucks in the area before winter is here in just a few short months. The trainees come from a wide variety of experience levels. Some just got their Class A license, while others have been driving trucks for decades. Regardless of experience level, program leaders say that safety and procedure are being emphasized to everyone.
Inspection of the truck, making sure that truck isn't going to break down or cause an issue for the public out on the road. So like I said, that it all is very important there. And then being able to handle this thing that's what the rodeo is all for. Learning the obstacles and learning you're backing up. What are you backing up to, things like that.
MnDOT has 83 plow trucks and 170 drivers around the south central Minnesota region. And those drivers are retiring just as fast as they can train their replacements, meaning it's crucial that these summer training sessions go smoothly. While it's still a bit warm to be thinking about winter and snow events, MnDOT hopes that seeing the plows out on the roads will help jog drivers' memory of weather rules and follow distances.
So people are going to see us out running around and maybe refresh their memory that winter's coming and look out for us. They can see us on a nice day that how big we actually are, how big the trucks are.
In Mankato, Aaron Stuvey, KUIC News Now.
Very cool. It looks kind of similar to when we did the DTA bus training
Oh,
with
yeah?
all the
Yeah.
cones and trying to go around there. Definitely a very large piece of equipment there. Very cool, though.
Yeah, I can't imagine everything that the plow drivers have to be thinking about. They're just like driving on the roads for one, and then they got to be operating the plow itself, and then they're probably tired, because they've been working so long and hard. So good hard work that they do.
Dealing with people too, trying to probably get around them, being a little reckless out there.
Yeah.
As I get a little older, I go, okay, maybe I can wait a little bit to pass said plow or
Right.
semi truck. You go, I'll let you take your time.
Yeah.
Very dangerous situation. I've got my little Ford Expedition that I plow at the cabin with. It's a one-lane road. There's no other cars ever on it. I can't imagine being in a freeway or something like that with all the cars trying to pass you, like you said. That's a lot of dangerous situations for a plow driver to have to navigate through.
And it's slippery for
Oh, yeah.
them
Yeah.
too. So they're kind of moving that snow, and then who knows?
How do they plow the streets of Duluth, by the way? With the uphill?
hills?
It's insane.
A lot of practice.
hard.
A lot of practice.
That's why
I
they
guess.
start the practice now.
Yes.
Hopefully we won't see snow for a couple months.
Cross your fingers.
Well, hey, with the taste of fall in the air that we saw this week, Happy Hour is meeting soup season. Campbell's Chunky crack open a collaboration with one of the oldest breweries in the country, working with Past Blue Ribbon. Campbell's is releasing 2 new beer-flavored chunky soups. One, cheese with potatoes and chorizo. The other, beef, bacon, and beer chili with beans. The specialty soups will be available only at Walmart beginning this month.
I feel like that's a smart partnership for
Yeah.
soup.
Yes.
Soup, I never think to have soup.
No.
Especially canned soup.
Right.
But this is getting soup's name out there, so
Yeah.
bravo, I guess, to Campbell's. And any soup with like meat in it is just so good. It just
Yeah.
screams like fall and football and
Especially PBR.
Yeah.
Probably have a PBR with your soup.
Sure.
I don't know, pour it together. Yeah.
Do people use
Interesting.
beer a lot for like flavoring foods and things like that? Because I've had like beer cheese soup before, and that's
Brats?
amazing.
Yeah.
Brats, yep, brats. Oh, so good.
interesting. Yeah, beer soup or whatever that is. It's
Yeah.
good stuff. Well, let's get to this week's Does It Work now. It's a product that pops up on TikTok and Facebook ads, but could this cream fill and blur your wrinkles?
Well, we're going to get the answers here from Rachel Hackbarth.
I really like this coenzyme Q10.
Andy McFadden loves to try out all sorts of skincare products.
My best friend Kara, so she is all into the research. And so she has a morning lineup for me, she has an evening lineup for me, and I just do what she tells me to do. She's my North Star.
Could this cream from Il Maquillage be something Andy adds to those skincare lineups? For $69, the Power Redo Wrinkle Fix promises to act as a wrinkle filler, blurring and smoothing any lines and imperfections.
Products like this on TikTok.
Yeah, it's on TikTok and Facebook.
Yes, use as your final step in your skincare routine after priming your skin for makeup, or in my case, my sunscreen. Focus on areas you want to blur and smooth. So for me, here, my eyes probably here a little bit.
Andy finds the product doesn't have much of a color or smell.
Okay, it doesn't have a scent. So like that was my number one concern. Like I like scents,
Yeah.
but like a lot of people are sensitive to that or have sensitive skin,
Right.
so that might be an obstacle to them wanting to use it, but no scent whatsoever. It's like steel, like
Well, I was gonna say, it's not like-
not plastic.
Oh, that's nice.
It feels good on my hand. It feels like smooth and powdery.
Smooth to the touch, but does it actually smooth and fill out wrinkles?
I would say the texture is lightweight, so like it's not going to feel heavy. I can tell like it's giving me like a little bit of a boost, a little bit of a lift kind of right away, which is cool. I can tell a difference on my like crow's feet. Actually, I can tell a difference on my cheeks too.
While Andy won't be giving up his lotions and sunscreens, he thinks this is a good addition for hiding imperfections that are still left behind.
It feels like there's a lift.
So you can tell a difference?
Yeah, I can tell a difference totally. I would use this on the daily for sure.
For Does It Work, I'm Rachel Hackbarth.
Okay, we're going to talk more about that after the break when we're also going to share a new way to do back to school shopping. We'll be right back. Interesting product there from Rachel Hackbarth,
Yeah.
the wrinkle cream. What did you guys think?
I don't know. You know, I hear folks out there doing Botox now. You know, if you're really worried about the wrinkles, maybe Botox is an option for you.
Sure.
Maybe, I don't know, a normal moisturizer. I'm not sure about the price, but, you know, folks out there doing what they can to stay young.
I honestly have no idea. $70 seems like a lot to me for such a
Right.
small container. And also, it's probably hard to, I mean, that package probably wasn't enough information because it probably just takes time for it to work, too,
True.
right?
True.
You can't just put it on once and then boom, you look like you're 23 years old, right?
Right.
I would
And
think
was
so.
it supposed to like kind of fill in your wrinkles? Like,
I
is
don't
that
know.
right? It just seemed interesting.
It also said time machine in a jar, so
Yeah.
that's a big promise.
I feel like it's something that might work for some people and then maybe like totally doesn't work for other
Sure.
people, like one of those things. Everyone's skin is so different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Rachel,
also
knows.
tough.
if you have some left over, ship it up to us at Duluth here.
We'll
I
rub
also
it
want
on.
Rachel holding my mirror every time I get ready in the morning.
Poor Rachel. Yeah. Oh man, with the school year almost here, pawn shops are becoming popular with parents who are shopping for their kids. According to Easy Pawn, a chain with hundreds of locations nationwide, they've seen a rise in sales of 4% at their stores last quarter. Popular items include shoes, laptops, and mini fridges for college dorms. And a main reason for this popularity is items there are much less expensive, sometimes up to 50% off. So,
Wow, almost like a hand-me-down kind of thing, but of course you pay for it, but a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You guys ever bargain with pawn shops before? You ever bargained at a pawn shop?
I've never been to a pawn shop.
I haven't either.
Really? Wow.
There we go. There's
family
a story
goes.
for us.
My family goes every once in a while, but yeah, I've never been there.
I
Interesting.
could pawn some stuff. We'll find something around here to pawn.
$2.
You a good haggler though?
No,
Yeah.
I'm not. I fold so easily. I go, okay, I'm sorry for asking if I can get a lower price. Yeah.
Please don't kick me
It
out
never
the
goes
store. No, dang it. Listen, for those going back to college here, getting into an Ivy League school is difficult, but even more so for our first-generation students.
Yeah, but how about this? 2 Minnesota brothers are both attending Yale this fall. Frankie McClister shows us how their father from Mexico is grateful for the opportunities he never had.
And they were all like, we got it to Yale, we got it to Yale.
Joaquin Santoscoy McAfee remembers getting the call about his brother freshman year.
Well, my dream was always to be at Yale because my brother was there.
The two peas in a pod are 18 months apart, grew up in the same room with their older sister Isabel, and attended Cristo Rey Jesuit High School in Minneapolis.
I first saw my brother when he was in the crib. I've always been interested in we've always been doing everything together and sharing everything together.
The boys' parents say that closeness is a part of their culture.
We always wanted them to know who they are and where they come from.
And nothing keeps them closer than working in the family-run food truck. The menu of cuchillo, meaning knife in Spanish, also a reminder of their heritage.
And they did it. They did all the work.
The proud parents both hold Mexican roots. Brianna, a Minneapolis native with ancestors from Baja California, and Edwin, also an American citizen, came directly from Tijuana himself.
Growing up where I grew up, it was my opportunities were very, very slim to even make it to, a decent school. And to see this is so amazing.
And the two say you can do it too.
Important is having confidence in yourself and confidence in knowing what you are and what you're about.
Giovanni adds, don't be afraid to speak up, just like he'll plan to do when lost on campus.
And a lot of the study spaces are going to come from his knowledge.
Welcome back, everybody. When we see you all tomorrow, we're going to be celebrating the start of the Minnesota State Fair. Yeah, we're going to talk about what days are the best to go, what's the best way to get there, and what's new on the menu this year, and of course, answer more questions for future fair goers as well. So a whole lot of important info if you're going to be heading down to the Great Minnesota Get Together, which I do hope to do this year. We'll see. TBD. Weather looking fairly good for opening weekend. Anyway. Yeah, kind of coolish, which you don't get that often at the State Fair.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
It's always hotter than the sun and most of the time at the State Fair, so it's kind of nice to see that change.
And I get so frustrated with crowds that it's an awful duo for me.
Yeah.
And strollers.
Yeah.
And strollers
You know,
and cats.
Briggs knows.
Yeah, we know.
Cats all over the place.
Cats everywhere.
Running and rampant.
Bunch of skibbity kids. But before we go today, at a nice French restaurant, you expect to see a nice selection of wines. Well, how about this? A Michelin Guide listed eatery in northern England has just that. But now they have added an entire menu of bottled water. The restaurant acknowledging a growing non-alcoholic drinking trend out there. So their list includes some from Britain, France, Spain, and Portugal. Bottled water ranging from $6 to $26.
Oh boy, well maybe we should send them some Lake Superior water.
Oh,
I feel
yes.
like that would be the priciest one on the menu.
Yeah,
Best stuff
that'd be
on
a
the
top
planet.
seller. Well, thanks for joining us today. We love you.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Find some time to throw a line or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.